Back to our top story. The United States seized a massive oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Attorney General Pam Bondi says this tanker was transporting oil from both Venezuela and Iran in the past and supported foreign terror groups in the past. The action this week follows dozens of U.S. deadly strikes against alleged drug cartel groups in the region and major pressure on Venezuelan President Maduro to step aside. Joining us now is Arkansas Republican Congressman Rick Crawford, chair of the House Select Committee on Intelligence. Congressman, great to have you back. So have you been briefed on the seizure of this oil tanker yet? Has the Intelligence Committee been given any information?
No, we haven't been briefed. So what I know is basically what you're sharing right now, and your reporting is correct in that this was the result of a warrant issued by the Attorney General on a sanctioned vessel. Not only the vessel was sanctioned, but the skipper of this particular vessel, I believe it was the Odessa, was also sanctioned back in 2022 for basically trafficking in oil to help fund Iranian Hezbollah in Lebanon. So there's a history there. This didn't just happen. This is an ongoing action against really an illegal regime. But this particular vessel was sanctioned, and the search warrant was executed by the Coast Guard with support from Naval Special Warfare. So, I mean, this was very well done, very well executed search and seizure.
Yeah, and a federal judge, we should say, had also signed a warrant for the seizure of this vessel. We just got a statement in a short time ago from Venezuela and Nicolas Maduro saying that this constitutes, quote, a blatant theft and an act of international piracy. Under these circumstances, the true reason for the prolonged aggression against Venezuela have finally been revealed. It's always been about the oil. I know a lot of people are asking the question, what are we doing? Is this about drugs? Is this about getting rid of a dictator who is holding on to an office he has no business holding on to? He was not elected, somebody else was. Or is it about oil?
Well, multiple things can be true at the same time. Number one, Maduro is not legitimate. Number two, what we haven't talked about, and you and I have had this conversation, and that is to say that what we know about the Ford Carrier Strike Group being present is as much about cartel operations as much about China and Russia as it is about cartel operations. And by the way, this is basically funding terrorism. This vessel was sanctioned for its role in helping to fund terrorism. So all of these things have come to a head here in and around Venezuela. What this should be is a pretty strong signal to Maduro. It's time for him to wave the white flag and look for a way out, because things are not going to get better for him as time goes on. And good news is, I mean, the bad news never gets better with age. And the good news is there's still a way out for him, because I think President Trump is willing to give him enough grace to leave on his own and go ahead and install the legitimately elected leader who just received the Nobel Prize today, by the way. But Maduro needs to go. This is part and parcel of the problem that currently exists in Venezuela.
Meantime, pressure is growing on the administration to release the unedited video of the first strike on the alleged drug boat off the coast of Venezuela. Several Republicans are joining Democrats calling on its release. Trump has said it's up to Hegseth to decide whether to release it. This is a reversal of sorts. He first said it should be made public. What did Hegseth tell you in the briefing? Are you confident that he will release this, as so many in Congress want him to?
Well, I think what we have to do is understand first, I don't think we should release the unedited video. And that is to say that,
Why
look,
not?
there are some sources and methods that, well, because I'm going to explain that. Because of sources and methods, what the trained eye can detect from these videos may reveal sources and methods that would imperil those troops that are undertaking this action. So they have to make sure that what they do release passes the standards of classification review that don't reveal sources and methods that could imperil those actions and those individuals carrying out those orders.
Okay.
So can we produce a video and release that to folks that satisfy their curiosity about the legality of those strikes? Probably so, but it's not going to happen overnight without a thorough review that protects sources and methods.
All right. Congressman Rick Crawford, always great to talk to you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.